Just fucking do it. Subscribe now. I'm still not going to leave. Your signature goes right there. And I used to have a deal where I'd have a pen in my hand, and I had the contract list, and then as I put the contract in front, the pen would slip out of my hand and fall, and they would always catch it. Always. The reflex was to catch it. Then I had them. This is old-time religion. When you flip a thumper, you own them. Questions, comments? Sir.
He said that he acquires platforms that create sales, leads, and revenue. Can you elaborate on that?
No, I can't. I'm not here to explain public sales model.
Oh, that's specifically for him.
Okay, no, it's sales model. That's why it's the fastest growing, because nobody else is doing it.
All right.
The Amazon. Well, I don't know if we're the Amazon anything, but anyway, that's what we say. And of course, the stupid Nazi says, Emerson. We're the Emerson. I mean, nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're saying. They use the wrong words, and they're all getting rich but you. That would stick in my craw. Whether you got a Chinese craw, an Anglo-Saxon craw, or a fucking Iranian craw, that would piss me off. Everybody in town is fucking but me. And he's not even maybe he's in the top quadrant. But he'll talk to you. That's the difference. And as I said, we're running out of people that will talk to you. Because there's 82 jillion of it. Not that I trained, but there's 82 jillion of you. Like that poor banker in Connecticut that got 23 or 20 or 23, what do you call it? Poor bastard, Yeah. And so, but that's, there's still more companies for sale than you chasing them. There's more dental practices. There's still, I think I told you, there's 51,000 home health in the continental United States. And some don't have any. Like Wyoming's got 9 yeah.
Regarding the deal that he did to convince the seller, to clarify, with the $70K that they assumed in debt, did he pay that out?
That was the line of credit that he had.
No, I know where he got the $70K. I'm saying, what did he do with it afterwards?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. See, why does it matter what the fuck he did with it? It doesn't fucking matter. Don't you get it? It doesn't matter, you fucking morons. He stuck it up his ass and set it on fire. It doesn't matter. You ask mostly all the wrong questions. He has to ask more right questions than most of the rest of you, but it doesn't matter what he did with a fucking 70 grand. They're not going to check your credit. That's an urban myth. They don't give a fuck. Double murderers. Don't you understand? A double murderer. Did they check his fucking credit? But he didn't lie on the fucking banking documents. He did it 7 years. Why he only got 7 years for double murder? That's a whole other subject that I could pontificate, from now until Christmas. They let people out of prison, in a third of the time because the prisons are too full. So that's a whole other thing. It's easy peasy. And he says, awesome, do you do that? I don't do any of that. Bam, 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 bam. I don't give a fuck. Are you cool with that? That's all horseshit to me. See, that's disingenuous bullshit to me. But that's what they want to hear. And yes, I did choke people. God damn it. But I'm here and you're there. And I did beat Bo Valley almost to death, take him to court. And it was a source of deals for me for 15 years. All you have to be is 1% of me. He's more than 1%. Maybe he's 5%. But it's obvious he's smooth. And see, it's a mixed feeling. I show it to you because I want you to know it's possible. I show it to you and you say, well, fuck, I'm not the sweat on that guy's balls. Josh Kim is Michelangelo. This kid is, Albert Einstein and the smoothest salesman that ever lived. I can show you morons that can't talk. I can show you aspirin. I'm not finding Asperger kids to think that 2,000 calls is in a day. As God is my witness. 2,000 calls, Mr. P, is a lot of goddamn calls. Would you rather see those? Everybody's fucking in town but you. Everybody, including the 8-foot Nazi back there. He's not the only one that gets blowjobs from Thai girls. Keep your head down. Don't put your head up. You don't want them to see the fucking swastika in your forehead. Is he crying or is he throwing up? Oh, fuck. Any questions about that? Thomas is smooth as baby shit. There's no question about that. He's smooth. He has a propensity to exaggerate, which, but most of those phrases, come right out of the script. Right out of the script. But he's a structured, organized guy, and he believes. Faith. Now, a couple of the guys that we showed you, they all believe in me, but a couple of them are really over the top, believe, but they're also the most successful. So what does that mean? But when we were in India, we had, to the extent that the Indians are assassins, they all are assassins in their little black hearts. But we flipped a lot of Indians when we were there. To making, from riding motor scooters to riding fucking Mercedes Benz. And in India, that talks. When you go from a fucking motor scooter, whoever makes them, to a Mercedes with a driver, that's a big fucking deal. Yeah, we had similar results in China. We've had similar results everywhere. Because fortunately, the model actually works. Unlike most of the other things you peddled in your life. It just works. Any wrap-up questions? Thomas is a hell of a ambassador for the program, is what I'm trying to say. And even though I make fun of Canada all the time, the fact that he's Canadian, and I make fun of Asians all the time, the fact that he's Asian, and I make fun of the French, and he's French. His degree is in French literature. He's a world-class ballroom dancer, and he's a classical pianist. That's his background. Not martial arts, six-pack, power lifter, Iron Man cocksucker. He weighs about what you weigh. Well, I don't want to say what you weigh, but 100 pounds. Oh my God! Hey guy, if I can't lift you over my head, I should convince you. My dick in my left leg weighs 159 pounds. But he's got 5 kids. Unfortunately, he just lost a kid. Yeah. Not unlike your sister, but okay. Well, and he's a hardworking kid. Okay, so you got any comments or questions about it? Oh, yeah.
So if I wanted to do veterinary medicine practice roll-ups from Canada as well as in the U.S., would I need to have...
Anybody can do it but you.
Okay, well, that's all right. Anyways, would I need to have 2 industry experts from Canada and 2 from the U.S. just to keep the board balanced? Would that be a good idea?
No.
They could all just
you
be...
want to find the best people for your board as you can.
Okay.
In North America. Perfect. Anything else? Yes, sir. Is this a Whittier question?
No. But
see, some of these people from Southern California and America, I used to be around these shitholes that they're from. But go ahead.
would it be possible to roll up other large rolled up companies that are in the same industry as you?
Are you talking about him or you?
Me.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. We show you the easiest that you're not going to get hurt. You don't have to be restricted to those. We're showing you not you got to crawl before you, but the easiest. But but somebody for the big ones somebody has got to write a check. Somebody has got to come up with some money because the free cash flow will not cover the debt service. It's like you heard Simon 2 days ago say he looked at 375 hospital operations and they wanted, because of the buildings, they wanted 75 times EBITDA, because the buildings are worth $1.9 billion or $3.6 billion or whatever. When you buy a 11,000 room hospital, that's a lot of money somebody spent. And they want it back, and they weren't interested in seller finance, and they weren't interested in anything 60-40. And so, as he said quite clearly and succinctly, who's gonna be able to buy 75 times EBITDA on day one? Now that's a big exaggeration, not exaggeration because it wasn't true, but who's going to be able to pay 25 times EBITDA? And you just can't until you build up not just momentum in doing deals, but the cash flow that is produced, not just EBITDA, but you built up equity in the transactions, and then you can buy those bigger transactions. And then we've heard from Marcus about real estate development, and it's got, it sounds great, but I've never seen a business plan fail on paper. Well, real estate development, sounds great. But, you've got 2/3 of your net worth in undeveloped properties that nobody's going to pay you for. So until you develop them and you build them out, they're not worth a fraction of what you project. And so, there's ups and downs. But the model, the simple model, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, it's not exactly that, but the 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. And you've seen after 3 years or 30 months, actually 3 years now, after 27, 28 transactions, you've seen what Andres has been able to do. And of course, Thomas with his $8 million house on the lake, I don't know what the fuck. None of these guys have ever lived on a fucking lake. I have. I told you earlier, the mosquitoes can pick up cats. It's not such a glamorous thing. But they're doing it, and they're doing it in different parts of the world. They're doing it in Mexico. They're doing it in South America. They're doing it in Australia. They're doing it in the African continent. They're doing it in the Netherlands, Germany, soon to be doing it in Russia. And so, it's where you want to go. It's where you want to go. Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if this is on the zip drive or not, but I'm just thinking, would the first thing that you'd need to do is probably incorporate, because you're not going to call chairman or whatever without really having...
No. You're not incorporating the company. If you're not going to do it in your present company, this is a new deal, right?
Yes.
For you. Okay.
Yes.
Then you're going to do it just like we said. You're going to get your board together. You're going to get your accountants together, and you get your lawyers together. You're going to have a board meeting. At that board meeting, you're going to have 4, 5, 6, 7 LOIs, and you're going to have the agenda. You send them out the board agenda. So no, you don't have to have a company. Okay, this is and normally they call them newcos. Okay, or in some countries, it's a company yet to be formed. That's too many words.
So if you're going to the seller, obviously, do we just? They're going to be asking, well, what enterprise are you with, or so? What are you telling if they?
Well, no. We're saying we represent a. You can have a name,
Yes.
ABC. I like consortium because investment consortium because nobody knows exactly what that means. Okay, and you're giving the benefit of the doubt to these people that they have more knowledge than they do.
Yeah. Okay.
They ask less questions than you ask.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
If the end goal for me is to roll up surgical centers across the U.S.,
I thought it was veterinary clinics.
it is, but I want to build. Well, you had said that if you want to buy hospitals, you need to have a bunch of smaller operations and use that equity to buy the bigger operations because you can't afford 75 times EBITDA. So I was just taking heed of your advice. The only thing I was saying is, what states, what countries do you think would be most conducive to buying the hospitals?
Just start wherever you live. Start.
You can't buy hospitals in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, you're wrong. That's
wrong.
not true.
Oh, okay.
That's not true. Okay. Just because he looks smart doesn't mean he is. Okay. Mr. Peepers looked smart and was smart. Okay. Anything else? Yes, sir.
When do we get the drive?
When do we get the drive?
The gig?
Oh, it's in your rooms. It should be in your rooms now. Who's my 5:30? Fuck. Who's my 6? Okie. Okay. Okay, kids, wear your underwear. Come all decked out. I know you have something else like whiskey tasting and some other shit to do this evening, right? Yes. It's a long night of drinking for those of you that don't maintain your alcohol too well. So and then after dinner tonight, we're having dinner in the castle. After dinner tonight, it's Grandfather Dan talks in the drawing room and answers questions for an hour or so, and then you're on your merry way. Who's leaving first? Who leaves in the middle of the night? Midnight? No, you can leave today. You can leave right now. Okay, I don't give a shit. I mean, see, to me, this just goes to show you. See, a lot of, you don't come a day early, but you leave before the event's over. See, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why do you waste your fucking money? Is it a cheaper ticket? No. You want to get back to your miserable fucking life? Why? 10:30 a.m., not midnight. Midnight is in 5 hours, 6 hours. Don't put on your kilt. Don't waste the time. Just leave. I'm fucking serious. I mean, that's for the people that speak Spanish, this is what I mean by pendejo. I mean, Jesus Christ. And this is why they're poor. Okay, adios. Go fuck yourselves. Let's go, YouTube.